Hello everybody and welcome to my 88th VBA 2010 tutorial. This tutorial is going to show you how to use joins in your SQL queries. Join just allows you to do a query but based off of information from two different tables using a key to join them together. So this is where, if you've heard of database normalization and things like that, then this is where you need to start using joins. So here I've got a users table and it gives me the user ID, and then in my sales table I've only included the customer ID. But what I can do is with that customer ID I can actually link into this table and take the user's name, the city, and also the user type. So I'm going to do this now. What I want to do is I'm going to come into my SQL query. I'm going to start writing it as a select statement. So select, and then I need to, because I'm doing it from multiple tables, I'm going to need to write in the actual name of the table before my field name. So put sales dot and then sale underscore date. And then we want to use I also want the sale item value, so let's do sales dot item value and then we're actually going to want a couple of fields from our users table. So I'm going to want username and city. So let's put in users dot username and then users dot city, and just make sure they match, which they do. And then we need to just, in our from, we're going to do a little bit more work. So let's put let's come out of our string and do an underscore to go on to the next line, just to make it a bit tidier. So from, and then we're going to put our sales table, and I'm going to put join, and then our users table. So we're going to join our sales and our users table together, and we then we want to specify what fields we're going to link together. So we need to put on. And then in our users table, we're going to be using this user ID. So users dot user ID, and let's grab our database. We don't actually have an underscore, so let's get rid of that. And then you put equals, and then we put sales dot customer ID. So we're just going to match it with the field that we're matching it to on here. And then what this should do is when we press play, it's going to come up with an automation error. And it's because we need to write in a join, not just join, and press play. And then in here, you'll see we've got the sales date. And if we format our sales and put that to a date and press OK. And then we want this one to be currency. This one we will want as text, so let's put it as general. And then our last one isn't pulling through because in my code I've got that one commented out. So let's just press play again. And then this is going to give us the city. So that's the basics of join. There are other types of join as well. And there's left and there's right. In other codes, you can just use join without the inner. But in the VBA in the active data object, you need to be putting the inner in there. The default join is an inner join. I'm not going to go too much more into joins. I'll put a link to a website which will give you more information on joins if you want. But we're going to get into some quite complex SQL if we do that, and these are meant to be VBA tutorials, not SQL tutorials, so I'm not gonna. I could do stupid amounts of more tutorials on joins, but yeah, I'll leave a link to a website that's quite good for SQL, or in the future I might make some SQL tutorials, and if that's the case and you're listening to this in the future, I'll have a link to my own SQL tutorials. Anyway, so just remember to always put your field, your table name, then your field name, separated by commas, and then put your two tables with a join, and then on, and then your key for the table. And so that is going to be it for this tutorial. Thanks for listening. If you're enjoying these, please subscribe. And in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use the distinct keyword in SQL. So thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you soon.